Who is this? Why you keep messaging me?
Today, Billy and I are headed to the swap meet to see if we can find some video games. But what we actually ended up finding was something a little different. Or should I say someone a little different.
So we came across a stash of like old vintage board games, which I think is kind of cool.
It's really cool. I'm super excited about this operation. I hope I can get it kind of cheap, but there's just so many good ones. The Witch, the 3-Up looks so retro.
I'm running out of room. I really don't need some of this shit. But it's kind of hard not to pick it up.
Is it 20 for each?
For each?
Uh-huh.
Oh, see,
A
I
ver,
mean, that's...
you check.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Can you hold these?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this the one?
Este es approx, ¿verdad? Approx?
Approximately,
Okay.
yeah. See, this one right here, you can get it for like $7 online.
Okay. And this?
Yeah.
Oh.
See, it's the same one. It says 1965 right there. And it says 1965 right here.
Sí.
So it's the same one.
2, 4, 5?
Yeah, $20 for all of them.
30.
30?
Porque, mira, for this.
25.
Okay.
25.
So each of the board games had a little piece of paper in them which had a price on them, and one had like $400 on it, and Operation had like $100 on it, and we weren't even sure if they were the prices that they actually wanted for them at some point because they were ridiculous.
She got that from somebody else, and somebody was trying to sell it for those prices, and obviously they didn't sell, so that's why she got them.
Oh, one had $400 in
It's
it.
ridiculous, because I looked up Operation, and Operation, they had, actually they had $53 on it, but you can get the same exact board game online for $7, or best offer. So that means that's eBay prices, so in reality, it should be like a $5 game.
So initially she hit us with like $100, but we got it down to like 25.
Yeah,
So
25 for all of them, so.
it's not bad.
Yeah, that's $5 a board game.
Yeah, that's
I'm
not
happy
bad.
with it, yeah.
We haven't found much else yet other than a little cat.
So this thing was running around. Apparently, from what I was told, the mom ran off and this thing got left behind. And I mean, there's no way I'm gonna sit there and let this thing die. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But,
Really bad. It was like stumbling over its own little feet. It doesn't look like it's doing too well.
yeah, I'm sure it's very hungry.
So noisy.
Don't worry, guy. We're gonna get you some food.
Our day of game hunting was cut a little short at this point. We were really worried about this little guy. Like I said, when we found him, he was stumbling over his own feet and looked super disorientated. He was shaking and we could tell that he was really hungry. I'm not sure if it's a boy or a girl. Our first boy or a girl. But if it's a boy, I want to call it Milton, after Milton Bradley, since we just found a bunch of video games. And if it's a girl... Board game, sorry. And if it's a girl, maybe Lucy, since we got a Snoopy board game. I think Loopy Lucy works. The little thing looks so sad. I know Billy and I try and paint ourselves as pretty manly men, but I will say that Billy has always had a soft spot for animals. And even though I act like I hate cats most of the time, you can't see something like this little guy and not have it still your heart. There was absolutely no way we were going to leave him there. So at this point, we're headed to PetSmart to get him some food, to get him a little bottle and some cat milk, and then I guess try and find him a home.
So hungry. Don't worry, just a few more minutes.
Okay, we're leaving PetSmart. We got some food for it, and I have to say, I think PetSmart might be my favorite company now.
I was gonna go to like the help desk, like they have like a little veterinarian place in every PetSmart. I was gonna go there and just basically say, hey, you know what should I feed this thing? Because it's obviously too young to eat dry food, and it was closed for Easter. So I just went up to the first person that I saw in a blue shirt and was like, hey, where can I get like kitten food for something this small? And she took me to the place, and then we just started talking, and she realized that it needed a home and she wanted it, so she's gonna take it. So I'm taking it home now so I can feed it, and then she gets off work at 5. I'm just gonna come by and pick it up, take it home.
So she bought the food, and we're gonna feed it.
She bought the food, yeah.
And then she's gonna come and pick it all up, pick the bottle up later. But even just the guy that checked us out, who took the cat for a second and was just playing with it and trying to make it feel more comfortable, and then the other employees coming over and petting it and making sure it was okay, and then there was an older employee that came over and made sure that the young employee that's taking this, that she knows what to do. She was telling it you have to make it go potty, and she just really wanted to make that everyone wanted to make sure that this cat was going to be okay. And just the fact that we walked in there to get some food for it and some advice, and we ended up giving it a home, getting it a home without even trying. Awesome. So I don't know. I've never really actually been to a PetSmart before. That was a pretty great first experience. If I had a pet, that's where I would go all the time.
So, well, I guess Estelle's just feeding it because I think this thing is starving.
Yeah, it is. And I guess you're not gonna get a cool badass name like Milton.
Well, we can tell her we named him Milton.
See what she says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I was thinking that.
Yeah, I had Milton in my mind actually. Just as we expected, this little guy was so hungry. He ate so much of the milk we bought him. After taking care of him for a few hours while we waited for this girl to come and pick him up, well, not only did we fall in love with him and kind of wish that we could have kept him, I kind of a little bit wish that we didn't find him a home, because we wanted to give him one by the time we'd spent a few hours with him. But by the time she came to pick him up, he looked so much happier. Comparing his little face now to when we first found him 3 or 4 hours ago, it actually looks like he's smiling now. He doesn't look like he's scared anymore. I know for my channel this is kind of a weird video, and I never do voiceovers like this ever, so I feel kind of lame, but I appreciate you guys watching this regardless. I did grow attached to this little guy, my little Milton, my first cat. I'm always gonna consider him as my first cat, and I wanted to finish this video and just have it on my channel to remember little Milton by. Okay, well I have to go to Kim's for Easter dinner now, and we're leaving this little guy here because he's got a homecoming. So I have to say goodbye to Milton. You should tell her to send us a photo in a few months and see if he's doing okay. Okay, bye Milton. Good luck getting rid of the fleas. But hopefully just in watching this, Milton brought some happiness into your day, just like he brought happiness into, well, really the last week of my life. This video was really dumb, but I appreciate you watching it anyway, and I'll see you in the next one. So we found out that it is a boy, so I have temporarily named him Milton. And I hope the young lady that's coming to pick him up keeps that name, but I guess ultimately it's up to her. It's purring. It's so much happier now that it's eaten something.